What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Tony Mack. Return of the Mack. What's happening, man? I know I haven't talked to y'all. I haven't dropped a video since the Super Bowl loss. Yep, because y'all know I am a faithful 49er fan. I am a crazy fanatic. And most importantly, I'm a sore loser. And that's why I didn't want to drop no videos. I was hurt after that Super Bowl loss. I was at the TV screen talking about Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Taylor Swift. I cussed out everybody. And I'm sorry, y'all, I don't have no hatred for Taylor Swift. I just don't know none of her songs. Let's be honest. What do I have in common with Taylor Swift? She's an in-shape white girl with long hair. I'm bald-headed, fat, and black. We don't have nothing in common. Now, with that being said, y'all, let me talk to y'all about how I feel or felt about the Super Bowl. And also, we got to talk about the aftermath of our team. What's going to happen with the 49ers, the firing of Steve Wilks. Do I feel like that was warranted? Do I feel like Kyle Shanahan used him as a scapegoat? What's my opinion on that? I want to talk to y'all a little bit about the Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuels. Who are we keeping? Can we keep both? And if we got to get rid of one, who is it going to be? Also, how did George Kittle only get one catch in the Super Bowl? And it made me mad because I was in the barbershop bragging, talking about how George Kittle the greatest tight end ever. If we really going to talk about everything that a tight end does for a team, whether it's just receiving, who pass block, who run block, who get physical, George Kittle does it all. I was bragging. I said, Kittle is the best tight end in the league. Travis Kelce came and hold his jock strap. I'm saying all this type of stuff for this man to go to the Super Bowl and get one catch. We got to talk about a lot of this stuff, y'all. Hey, and if you're a 49er fan, if you like what I'm talking about, you like to help the channel grow, all I'm asking for you to do is simply hit the like button, share button, or subscribe to the channel. Because the only way we grow is if y'all let them know, and y'all can do that simply by hitting the like button, share button, or, hey, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Help your boy out. Help me get these numbers up so I can compete with some of these big-name celebrities that like to get on their little podcast and talk about us small YouTubers trying to grow and the things that we do to get y'all attention. It ain't like we been in movies like y'all. It ain't like we got big fan base like y'all. So we got to come up here and do it how we do it and get it out the mud. And out the mud is what I'm going to do. Now, with that being said, y'all, let me talk about the Super Bowl. All right? Y'all about to hear my real opinion on it. Yes, I do believe that the Super Bowl was rigged for us to lose it only because of Taylor Swift. Yes, I really do believe that. I felt like because of her being the biggest star in the world, whether we like it or not, before y'all get on me, I'm not saying she's more talented than Beyonce. I'm not saying she can out-rap Drake. I didn't say all that. All I'm saying, if you look at the numbers, Taylor Swift is the biggest artist in the world. In the NFL, in my opinion, I felt like y'all saw how much money you can make by Taylor Swift coming to that Super Bowl, winning, wearing that Chiefs jersey, riding with the black-white tight end, a.k.a. Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I call him black-white because he got swagger. Not because I'm racist or something, or racist or something like that. No, I just think Travis Kelce got swagger. Also, he didn't invent the fade, so y'all need to stop saying that. But he's a bad boy. He's a beast. You know what I'm saying? Still don't think he's better than George Kittle. Still upset that George Kittle only got one pass in the Super Bowl. With that being said, I feel like the NFL wanted the Chiefs to win that because they see that Pat Mahomes is the biggest and brightest star in football because the dude is talented. We all know that. But he's also the face of the NFL. Let's be honest. He's the new Tom Brady, and the Kansas City Chiefs look like y'all making them the new New England Patriots. If you ask me my opinion, yes, I do think the Super Bowl was rigged. Also, a part of me still think that it was real. Yeah, I can have two different ways of looking at life. I'm not a person that's just going to be 100% in one direction of my opinions. Sometimes I can look at things in dualities. Sometimes I can see why this makes sense, and I can see why that makes sense. So we're going with it being rigged. I only feel like it makes sense because the whole Taylor Swift and the fact that all the fans that she's going to bring to the NFL and the fact that they're going to love them and they're going to buy jerseys and go crazy and, oh, Taylor Swift, and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, that part of me think is rigged. But if I'm going to flip it to the other side and I'm going to feel like the game played out the way that it was supposed to play out, I'm going to be honest with you. Kyle Shanahan got cute. Kyle Shanahan got cute, and he lost that Super Bowl for us. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that Christian McCaffrey was getting 5, 6, even 7 yards a carry the entire first half. Kansas City Chiefs, great defense, but are terrible against stopping the run. And when we come out there in the third quarter to go put our foot on the Kansas City Chiefs' neck, Kyle Shanahan abandoned the running game completely. He only gave the ball to Christian McCaffrey the last 3 or 4 minutes in the game, I believe. And at that point, the damage was done. He already kind of picked us out. Then what was the whole point on those last key offensive drives we had? Yes, the one at end of regulation. Yes, also the one that was at the overtime, where it was 3rd and 5 on one drive, and it was 3rd and 4th on another drive. And we have the best running back in football, and instead of you lining him up in the backfield, where the defense would at least have to respect the run, Kyle Shanahan motions and Kyle Shanahan makes the play to motion and put Christian McCaffrey, the best running back in football, to line him up as a wide receiver. Now look, y'all, Brock Purdy is good. He is showing me he's more than a game manager, but he is not good enough. And I'm saying good enough because the kid can play, so I'm not dissing him. But he ain't that kind of quarterback where a defense knows who's going to get the ball, where a defense knows what you're going to do, and he still is going to make the first down guaranteed. Now, has Brock Purdy made some great plays for us? Heck yeah. Let's not act like the last drive against the Green Bay game, Brock Purdy didn't help us win that, or wasn't the main reason behind that. Let's not act like the entire second half in the Detroit game, Brock Purdy didn't impress me. Let's not act like in the Super Bowl that he played like complete trash, because he played good. I'm just saying he's not at an elite level, like i.e. Pat Mahomes, where a defense can know the play, know what we running, for you can line up the best running back in football out as a wide receiver, showing the defense that he's not getting the ball, and we still get the first down. And if y'all saying I'm wrong, okay, the end of regulation, we lined up Christian McCaffrey 5 wide. We did the motion, put him in as a wide receiver. What happens? We didn't convert the 3rd down, forced to take the field goal. Kansas City kick a field goal, we go to overtime. Okay, second time we do it. Same thing happened. But instead of Kansas City going back down and kicking a field goal, because we had to settle for one, they went on down there and cut our throats and won the game and hurt our spirits. And I was feeling so sorry for myself and like, see, God, you must not love me. It must be, why can't I see my team win a Super Bowl? And I was feeling terrible for myself. And then I realized, man, that got to be horrible for the players. That got to be horrible for the players, for the NFL to just blow that confetti down right on the team. They don't even let the team get in the locker room. I think that's messed up. Like, why y'all don't even let the losing team get to the locker room so the winning team can celebrate? They like, as soon as we lost, poof, confetti just dropping down. It was like, damn, they don't care that they hurt your feelings. Confetti just bust right down on your face. They don't care. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? You the losers. Take this L. Get off the field. That's how they did my team. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of my team, we got to discuss the future. Also, before I get into that, Coach Steve Wilks got fired. My opinion of that, I think the firing was warranted, but not for the Super Bowl. Let me explain. If we would have lost to the Detroit Lions, let's say the Niners don't come back, we lose to the Detroit Lions. Remember, we was down 24-7. Let's say they go on and continue beating our ass that game, right? If Kyle Shanahan would have fired Steve Wilks after that game, nobody in the world talking about it. Nobody's not saying Kyle Shanahan being a scapegoat, Kyle Shanahan just using it so he don't get in trouble. We know Steve Wilks played lights out. No, people are going to say, no, that defense coordinator with the talent that he has is unbelievable how he let the Detroit Lions run up and down that defense. I was yelling at the TV when I watched that game. Y'all can check my boy's channel, Jamie Jakes. What are we talking about with Jamie Jakes? Y'all can see the live and see my face, how I was sitting up there emotional, like an R&B singer as my team was getting their ass whipped in the first half while the Detroit Lions was running up and down the field on us. And I mean up and down the field on us and up and down the field on us. And I'm wondering why the hell Steve Wilks got this great defense with all this great talent on it in a zone A zone is when your defense don't have studs on it and you're trying to hide the fact that we have a weakness somewhere. But that 49er defense don't have a weakness anywhere. When you have a defense that's elite like that, you line them up man to man. And that's what Steve Wilks did the second half. And we shut the Detroit Lions down. Also, we got assisted by Dan Campbell. But we shut the Detroit Lions down. So if you're saying if we lose to the Detroit Lions, you fire Steve Wilks, it makes sense. But if you're firing him for the way he coached the Super Bowl, that makes Kyle Shanahan looks like a scapegoat. Because he coached lights out in the Super Bowl. I mean, y'all, Pat Mahomes had 3 points. What, the Kansas City Chiefs had, 3 points at halftime? And let's not act like we didn't go 3 and out a bunch of times in the second half that kept our defense on the field. Hell, we went 3 and we wasn't, not 3 and out, but we wasn't putting up a lot of points in the first half. But Kansas City was going 3 and out the entire first half, all into the last little 2-minute drill where, you know, they're going to get you downfield because your defense in a prevent, which means, hey, we just keeping the ball in front of us. Don't give up the big play, holding the 3. You know what I'm saying? Playing very conservative. So I don't see nothing wrong with what Steve Wilks did in the Super Bowl. Yeah, we made a few bad plays on defense, like you blitzed on second and 14. That was kind of questionable. And also, we probably should have used the timeout when Kansas City was driving down the field, but that's also on the head coach. Now, if we fire Steve Wilks for that, that's crazy. Because our offense, that number one offense we got in football, that one that Kyle Shanahan is the main man behind, they look stagnant in the Super Bowl with all that talent. Why did they look stagnant? Because you're running route plays for Deebo Samuels. When everybody know the route runner on our team is Brandon Ayuk. Now, when I talk about our receiving core, let me make this very clear. Deebo Samuels may actually be the best football player we have on our offense. Maybe you can say arguably Christian McCaffrey, arguably Trent Williams, arguably George Kittle. You can say that. But he is the best full-on football player on our offense, in my opinion. But who's the best wide receiver? Who's the best guy at route running? If we're just talking about the receiving side of it, that's Brandon Ayuk. That's Brandon Ayuk, y'all. And he also didn't get enough touches in the Super Bowl. The man was wide open on most plays, and it was just nothing being drawn up because Kyle just was, I'm going to force feed Deebo. I'm going to force feed Deebo. I'm going to force feed Deebo, and then getting cute in the second half. You know what I'm saying? So 49er fans, the wide receiver duo, they saying we may not be able to keep both. We may have to get rid of one. Who would I get rid of? Who would I take? Who would I get rid of? Who would I take? That's a tough one, man, because if we're talking healthy, bar no injuries, fresh player, they both coming out the draft, I'm going with Deebo. I can get more out of Deebo. That's the only reason I'm saying that. I can get more out of Deebo Samuels. But Brandon Ayuk is the better route runner. Hopefully we can keep both. But my opinion, I'm keeping Deebo. If we only can keep one, I'm going to keep Deebo. But the way Deebo plays football, the way we utilize Deebo, we get him nicked. We get him hurt. We get him banged up. So I don't know how much life, I'm saying life, I mean football life, that is. I mean in his career, I don't know how much, I don't know how long we're going to be able to play Deebo the way we're playing him. I don't know how long the 49ers are going to be able to utilize him the way they're utilizing him, because the man is getting banged up. And he came out like a soldier, y'all. Trust believe, Deebo Samuel's shoulder is still messed up. That just shows you the heart of a lion in this brother. The shoulder of him is still messed up. He didn't. That's why I'm like, man, that Super Bowl hurt. We lost Greenlaw to the defense, to an Achilles. Hopefully he can get back to 100%, because you hate to see a player with that much talent go down. But, man, that was tough, man. We lost a lot of players in that Super Bowl. But on a good note, Usher did have one of the greatest Super Bowl performances ever. I don't care what you say. I know Prince might have had a better one. I know Rolling Stone. I know Beyonce was a good one. I know Dr. Dre was a good one. I know the Black Eyed Peas was a good one. We had a lot of Super Bowl performances. but none of them had Alicia Keys with a dress. So take that how you want it. Anyway, y'all, Tony Mack, where it's always real, but it's always love. Peace.